The Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon is over now, and African countries who qualified to the playoff of the 2022 Qatar World Cup are now making preparations for that qualifier, for the last round of the qualifiers. And just recently, the Ghanaian Football Federation, or Ghanaian Football Association, I meant to say, they've announced the technical team that will be taking care of that game against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I will be giving you the detail. And of course, also, the Nigerian Football Federation, they have reorganized the Nigerian coaching crew. You know that Emmanuel Amunike has now been drafted in to give some sort of support to Augustine Guavoin. So on that note, I welcome you to this edition of Nigeria Superfans Forum. My name is Oluwafemi Ashaolu. So today on the show, we'll be starting a countdown towards that playoff against the Ghanaians. Of course, the Ghanaians have also reviewed where the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be hosted. Remember, the first venue was turned down by FIFA. So there is a new venue for that game. So we'll be taking you closer to the action as far as that is concerned. All that you need to know is what we're bringing you on the show today. And I have Kayode Ogundare in the studio. Kayode is back from Ghana now. Thanks goodness that the African Cup of Nations is over. Kayode, it's been a while. You're welcome once again.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure being here.
So first, before we start, African Cup of Nations, Senegal, in just 1 minute, they won their first title.
Yeah, they did. Over the course of the competition, they were the best team, so to speak. Terms of quality of play, not really, but I think one thing that spoke for the Senegalese was that they picked at the right time. Because if you saw how they started the competition, it wasn't too fantastic. They had to wait on the last minute penalty before they beat Zimbabwe. They drew and all sorts of. But as the competition progressed, they began to pick up, and when it mattered most, quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final, they were just spot on. And for me, congratulations to Senegal. It was a victory well deserved.
If the camera can zoom in very well, you can see I've not been really feeling very strong. I felt the day Tunisia knocked the Super Eagles out of Nigeria, I fell ill on that day, and thank goodness I became well again the day the Africa Cup of Nations is over. So we can forget our worries now and focus solely.
Now?
Some sort, I'm an African. So we can focus fully now on that playoff against Ghana. Guess what? It's going to be tough. A lot of people thought it's going to be a walkover for Nigeria, but I can tell you that Nigeria is going to have to sweat for that thing. We'll be back to begin the discussion. Please stay with us. Yeah, welcome back, and it's still Nigeria Superfans Forum. I still have Kayode Ogundare in the studios. Kayode, Nigeria and Ghana, we've kind of been in the same boat before now. You know, we're looking at, okay, who's going to take charge of this, the crucial two-legged affair. Recently, the Ghanaians came up with Chris Hughton as their new technical advisor for the Black Stars regarding that game. And of course, they appointed Borussia Dortmund assistant coach in the person of Otto Addo as the coach. Then we have George Boateng, and of course we have Dramani coming in to form the technical team. It seems they were waiting for the Super Eagles of Nigeria because it happened just few days after the NFF announced the drafting of Emmanuel Amunike. Let's look at this. The battle line seems to be drawn already.
The battle line was drawn the day the fixture, the draws matched up.
But a lot of Nigerians didn't see it so, because a lot of people thought, okay, the way these Ghanaians play at the AFCON is going to be just a walk in the park for the Super Eagles.
Then that would be the gravest mistake anybody can make. Because let me tell you this for free. If the Nigerian Super Eagles are to play under 5 of Ghana, the under-5 national team of Ghana, it will always be a tough game, because whether you like it or not, the Ghanaians always see us as Agbayas, that we are the big for nothing brothers. So whatever it takes, they are always extra challenged when they are playing Nigeria. I can tell you for free that they are going to take this game so serious because it is Nigeria. Anytime they are able to get one over Nigeria, they are always happy. So now you have seen it in the seriousness they've attached to this game by the composition of their technical crew. And I'm going to tell you that you are going to see, over 2 legs, we are going to see a totally different Ghana team from the Black Stars we saw at the AFCON. You can take that to the bank. Okay,
the GFA, that means the Ghana Football Association, they've also been trying to bring in some players who have not been in the team, like Mohamed Salisu of Southampton. You know, they've been trying to also talk to Calomodoy, Hudson Calomodoy, the Chelsea winger. So it seems they're really taking this game. Are they taking this game seriously because it is the final World Cup player, or it is because they'll be playing against the arch rivals Nigeria?
To be fair, it is both of the two extremes. They are taking it serious because this is their last chance for 2022 to be a part of a major competition. That's one. Then secondly, they are extra challenged because it is going to be against Nigeria. I tell you, they wouldn't have wished for a better opposition because they always believe that once it is Nigeria, it's going to be difficult, but it's very, very possible. Let me shock you. In 2001, when we were jostling for the 2002 ticket, Nigeria, with all our armada of professional players, Kanu, Okocha, Finidi, Babangida, all of them, we went to Accra to play a team largely dominated by Accra out of Oak
players.
We forced them to a 0-0 draw, not the other way around. We forced them to a 0-0 draw, not the other way around. So that should tell you. So although they were properly beaten when they came to Port Harcourt for the return leg, which guaranteed the ticket. But it just shows you how serious they take anything that has to do with Nigeria. And I can tell you, like I said, let me repeat it again because it bears repeating, that this two-leg fixture, home and away, is going to be much more than we expected because one is a World Cup ticket. Secondly, they are also going to try to please their fans for the dismal outing at the AFCON. So we have a game on our hands.
Okay, let's look at the Super Eagles of Nigeria. To some people, it is good news, and to a lot of people, they have their fears regarding Amuneke trying to work with Augustine Guavoin now, because people have been saying, Eagles can come in at some point. Let's look at it. Do you really think these two ex-internationals can work together? Amuneke was a former coach. Tanzania took them to the 2019 AFCON. He's had experience as a coach. Guavoin coming in as a technical director of the Nigerian Football Federation. Do you think they can work together?
Well, they can. Theoretically, they can. But practically...
Theoretically?
Yes, practically, you ask yourself certain questions. Like you said, Amuneke is a well-established, proven coach.
Yeah.
Same, you can say the same for Guavoin. We saw what he did at the AFCON. So my own thinking is, why put two captains on the ship? Why don't you allow Guavoin to continue what he has started at the AFCON? Or if you're going to bring in Amuneke because you are so much disposed to bring in, why don't you just bring Amuneke to be in charge? Because sometimes there's ego problem without even trying to. They may not set out to clash, but these things just come into play. There will be players who are going to be loyal to Amuneke, some players who had played under him in the under-17, and there are a whole lot of them in the current team. Yeah. They are loyal to him. There are going to be players who will just look at Guavoin and say, you know what, this guy gave me a chance, let me... So loyalties could be divided, especially, and this is very, very important, where they do not agree on issues of tactics. You understand? Because we see things differently.
Do you think NFF wouldn't have addressed that issue before coming up with this? There's no
way you can address it until you actually put it into play. There are some things you do not foresee that they are going to happen, because things that will spark this are things that you don't even expect.
I think what I meant to say is, perhaps they must have, maybe during the interview, I'm sure they must have informed. Would you guys be able to work together?
To be honest, if you had been asked, what would you have said? Would you say no? I can't work with him.
But some will say no. Some people who have principles that they will rather die than betray.
No, to be fair, there's nothing wrong in working together. It's for the good of the fatherland. I agree. I'm not saying there's anything to be ashamed of in working together. But what I'm saying is, ego come into play most times, and without even meaning to be confrontational, you just see that these things play, especially with both people, both sets of supporters. Because don't be deceived; they will have their supporters playing one against the other. One will come. If they have a good outing in the first leg now, some people will say it's because of the inclusion of Amuneke. You can see his input in the team. Some people will play up the angle of Guavoin. These things are real. We shouldn't deceive ourselves, Femi. But like I said, hopefully for the sake of Nigeria, for the sake of our football, because if we don't get to go to this World Cup, I know it will be a disastrous period for Nigerian football, including for we journalists, because we all live with by the decisions that these people take. So let's hope. We can only hope that these things will sort itself out. Over 2 games, they will be able to bear the sight of each other for the 2 games. Then, after the ticket has been won, hopefully, then we can now sit down and properly address who is going to handle the team.
It is not even an option for the Super Eagles of Nigeria not to be at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. That will be making our 8th. We'll be making our another appearance at the tournament. Let's quickly go on this break. We'll be back to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I mean the technical crew now, because the NFF dropped Paul Aigbogun and left Joseph. A lot of people have said, no, come on, Jobo does not even have a license. Why Aigbogun was the video analyst for Augustine Guavin at the 2021 AFCON, and also the goalkeeper's trainer Aloyago was still retained. While a lot of people said we've not had improvement in that department. So why retain Aloyago? We'll be back to talk about all this. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and it's still Nigeria Super Fans Forum. We'll be looking at the Super Eagles of Nigeria and also the Black Stars of Ghana. Just to keep you updated now, they've appointed a technical crew that will be taking charge of that game against Nigeria come March 24th and 29th of March. So the game is right upon us. And of course, I tell you, it's going to be much more serious than we took the first game at the AFCON against the Egyptians. Kayode, let's still talk about the Super Eagles, the technical crew now. Paul Aigbogun was let go, while Joseph Yobo still left on the team. A lot of people have said this Yobo does not even have a license. So why leave him on the team? What is actually his role on the team? Paul Aigbogun was the video analyst of Augustine Guavin at the 2021 AFCON. And a lot of journalists who were in Garua said they saw this guy even in the night when players and even when the coach himself was asleep. You will see him watching videos of the opposing team, taking down stuff for the coach. So why let such a person go?
Yeah, if I have an answer to that, then probably we wouldn't be here. I think it's just one in a long line of the own goals scored by the federation. Because right from day one, I said it. I said bringing Yobo into the technical crew in the first place, I do not understand.
Yeah, I know we said that during the AFCON.
Yeah, I don't understand the rationale behind it. If you want to help, if you want to help Yobo, send him on a coaching course. Most of his mates they got their badges even while they were playing. So by now he would have gotten his badges. I take nothing away from Yobo. Yobo is a very, very intelligent person. Very, very intelligent, I can tell you. So it's not a fear of whether he's going to get the badges or not, but because he is in an environment that enables him not to aspire to get those badges. So encourage him to go and get those badges.
But that should be a personal decision.
No, it is. But then if the NFF feel like we see something in this guy that Nigerians have not seen yet, then you should let him be properly badged. Tell him to go and get his badges.
Exactly.
You understand? For me, that's the only way to help him and then help Nigerian football. Then for Aigbogun,
I know we also have reservations about Aigbogun. Yeah.
So I think we should not just go there. I am more, you know my views about him anyway. I am more concerned about the issues you raised about Aloyago as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
See, there's a limit to what national team coaches can do because they have like 3-4 days with the players at the most a week. I think the problem comes from when players are invited. The coach can only work with those who are put in front of him. You understand?
Is this not your job to scout good goalkeepers for the Super Eagles?
Well, you could say that is his job, but then you know how things work.
Let us
not be sanctimonious.
Or let's say find a number one. Just point. This is Nigeria's number one goalkeeper because remember I saying Maduka Okoye doesn't look like it.
I don't know what a number one looks like because, and I have told you this before. We spend 90 minutes with the team, watching them on the TV. The coaches are with them for the duration of their stay in the national team. They know what they see. Don't forget that in 1997-98, while we were going to the World Cup in France, a whole lot of people gave Peter Rufai sticks that why was he in camp, why was he this, why was he that. But the coaches said of the 4 goalkeepers that were in camp, he was the best. So the coaches see what they see. In fact, every match comes with its own dynamics. We don't see that. We get to see them for 90 minutes, at the most 120 minutes before penalties, if they are heading. Where the coaches see them, they say, of the 4 that we have, this is the best that we can present. So I'm surprised you are asking who is the number 1 goalkeeper. Maduka Okoye has been projected as the number 1. Don't forget that in 2017 during the World Cup qualifiers, we started with Carl Ikeme. Then I was going
to say that. Yeah,
we had to end the qualifiers with Ikichukwu Ezewa.
Yeah.
At the World Cup, we had Uzoho. In 2019, we had
So that is actually the other side of argument that a lot of people are bringing on the table.
Okay.
They said you've been in the Super Eagles since the time of Genotro.
Yes.
So why has it been difficult for you as a goalkeeper trainer to be able to say this is the best goalkeeper? Because this is like the 4th trial now.
Yes.
If you still leave Kalikeme in the equation.
Yes.
So why has it been difficult for him? Why has it been difficult for him to improve someone like Uzo or even Akpeyi over time?
I am not sure I quite buy that sentiment. The coach, the job of the national team coach is not to improve players. It is to look at your potentials and see where you best fit. Because there's no magic that you can do in 4 days to improve a player. That's why most renowned coaches run away from national team jobs.
Okay, but Kari, are you satisfied with the goalkeeping, with what we have
right now? Of course
not,
I'm not. And you know, I was about making a point. I said in 2017 we had two goalkeepers during the World Cup qualifiers. Yeah. In 2018 we had Uzo. In 2019 we had Afcon. And each of these goalkeepers, apart from Ikeme, who had the unfortunate the situation that happened to him, we had issues with each of these goalkeepers. Do not forget. Yeah. We had issues with Ezenwa. I did.
Of course. What that made drop him. Yeah.
Drop him. We had issues with Uzo at the World Cup. We had issues with Akpeyi. Up to now, I personally hold Akpeyi responsible for our loss to Algeria
in the semi-finals.
So what are you saying now going forward? My home belief is that we are provincial in our selection of goalkeepers. We should cast our nets wider. There are some other goalkeepers, even in the league, that you could look at. I can tell you of the. Now
you are talking, Kyle. Yeah, now you are talking. That's what I'm saying. You should be able to, over time. What do you do as a goalkeeper? As a goalkeeper trainer, you stay in Nigeria. This is an opportunity for you.
There are factors there are powers that we both know that are beyond his own powers to contend with. He has to work with whoever is put in front of him. I am very sure that if you sit Aloyago down in a room and ask him who is the best goalkeeper based in Nigeria now, he will never point at John Noble. That means John Noble was not his invite. He did not invite John Noble, but hey, John Noble is in the team. What do you have to do about that?
Certainly, it has to be the prerogative of the.
That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Everybody who has followed the league in the last 3 years, especially, I'm just trying to be to make it like 3 years, knows that John Noble will not rank in the list of 10.
They have a whole lot
of goalkeepers. Even the young Remo Stars goalkeeper, very very good goalkeeper. If you've seen him keep, there are a whole lot of good goalkeepers who are first team goalkeepers in their clubs, who play every week in their club. You'll not go and bring a third choice goalkeeper and tell us is the best in the league. So how do you blame Aloyago for that? You should blame the system. Blame those who make the decisions on which players to call.
Kyle, off your mic. It's just a discussion. Okay, let's we still stay with the World Cup playoff now. Okay, Kyle, just like Nigeria, the GFA has appointed Chris Houghton, widely experienced coach in the Premier League, Tottenham and Newcastle, as the technical advisor. I don't know what that meant. And they said he is the candidate of the government, because he's met with the president. And now the GFA, their own candidate, which is Otto Addo, who is a Borussia Dortmund assistant coach, they now have to work together. So let's look at it. Let's look at the experience that these two guys hold. It's going to be handful for the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, they say Chris Otin has Ghanaian ancestry.
Of course.
That is, great grandfather parents are from Ghana.
He actually wanted the coaching job.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And he met with the Ghanaian president.
Yes.
He was in Accra for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They found a compromise and brought in Otto Addo, who is also vastly experienced in Bundesliga. He has 13 years coaching experience. I saw him play at the 2000 Nations Cup, and I think he was a decent player. Hopefully, he has gone on to make good with his coaching career. Being an assistant coach at Borussia Dortmund is not a child's play. So there's something about him that the Germans saw why they made him, and they were gracious enough to let him go and serve his fatherland. I think there's an interesting mix here, and there's a George Boateng who played for Middlesbrough too.
Yeah.
And the Dutchman.
It's currently the under-23
yes.
Coaching team of Aston Villa.
Yes, and
Didi Dramani coming in also.
So this is a very interesting mix. These 4 people bring in different expertise into the team. My joy, let me be honest with you, whatever it is that they are bringing, they will have a very, very short time to impart it into the team.
That is advantage Nigeria.
But we are going with an Amuneke who knows practically most of the players in camp, in the team, and Eguavon, who stayed with him at the AFCON for like almost
even before
3
then,
weeks.
He's been part of the team as a technical director.
So he has a better understanding of the Nigerian players. He now knows the strength of each player under fire, and more importantly, he has the benefit of insight about what he did wrong at the AFCON. He's going to try to correct that. So that, I think, is the advantage we hold over them. But I want to say to you, the Ghanaian setup is a much more formidable one because, like I said, not that they are necessarily better than the Nigerian coaching crew, but what I mean is that they bring an interesting mix to the table, each one bringing in his own area of competence. And you saw George Boateng play.
Of course.
Fighter,
in the middle.
He's this person with this kind of spirit that if he is able to infuse it into the team, they will make it very, very difficult for us to get through them. But like I said, my joy is that whatever they have will be on the drawing board. The 4 or 5 days that they will have to spend with the players will not be enough to fully impart those qualities in those fighting spirit into them until we have gotten our World Cup ticket from them. I hope my Ghanaian friends will not come on, until we've gotten our ticket from them. So it's a good thing, and I'm happy that this is happening. We are learning Africans now, we are learning to invest more, to trust our home more. Because ordinarily before, the Ghanaians would just have gone for UT.
Straight up.
You understand? But now we are learning. I think this Senegal's victory also taught us a lesson that you have to
be
trust
patient
your own and be patient. Trust the process. Let's say where it leads you to. No quick fire way to success. You have to learn to be patient, be determined, be focused, know what you are doing. Have a long-term goal, have short-term goals, have mid-term goals. That is the beauty of what Senegal has taught the rest of Africa. So, and I hope going forward that Nigeria, whatever happens at the playoff, will stay this course, will not take any knee-jerk reaction by trying to disband it or whatever. Let us try and trust our people. Definitely, they are going to fail. They are going to fail. Let them fail and learn from their failure, and move on. That's it.
Kayode, initially Ghana proposed a venue for that game on March 24th, but FIFA said no. Come on, that's ridiculous. Now they'll be taking the Super Eagles to the Cape Coast Stadium.
Yes.
And kind of, you are very familiar with that stadium.
Yeah, I am. It's a very beautiful stadium. It's a very, very beautiful stadium. They have this Twin City. They call it Twin City. It's the Sekondi Takoradi Twin Cities. There are two.
Is that speaking in tongue?
No. Sekondi and Takoradi are 2 towns in Ghana.
Okay, it sounds like speaking in tongues.
In the Cape Coast region.
Oh.
So the stadium is there. It was built for the AFCON in 2008. Very, very, very good stadium. Very good stadium. So it's compact. Very, very nice stadium. I think the ambience, because Cape Coast is a very, very beautiful place. Femi, I can tell you. I hope you get to go and see the game, or you get to go and see the place.
It's already my plans.
Please do. Cape Coast is a very, very beautiful place, and the stadium is top notch. It's good for football. you get to enjoy your football, you get to enjoy the ambience of the place, and there's this very large community of Nigerians who stay in the Secondary Takoradi area. So Nigeria will not be lacking for support. Of course, Accra is just like 3-4 hours drive from there.
Okay.
So it's also very close.
It's very central.
Very central. It's on the coastline. It's on the coastline for Ghana. So a whole lot of Nigerians will get to see the game. So Nigeria, the Super Eagles will not be lacking for support in the game.
With the way Kayode has broken things down nicely, I think I'm beginning to have doubts about Kayode's Nigerian citizenship because he's been talking like a Ghanaian. Anyway, even if he's been keeping secrets, this time it's going to be in favor of Nigeria. So I think the pictures are clear now, and Augustine Guavoy and Amunike, they have their jobs cut out already. So in the coming days, I'm sure the picture will be clearer on maybe the players who will be invited for that clash. And of course, Augustine Guavoy has been watching the Nigerian Professional Football League right here, so maybe he has an idea of bringing some players. Of course, he's assured some local-based players of opportunities in the Super Eagles. Kayode Ogundare, once again, thank you for coming through on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so maybe you just go to Accra, man. Since you're one of them in code.
Accra is home for me. I always like going back to Ghana every time. It's a good place to be, but there's no place like home. Nigeria is number one.
And like I said, we'll still check with the passport office anyway. That is the size of the show today. Until we come your way with another interesting episode, I remain Oluwafemi Ashaolu. Watch this space for the build-up to the Nigeria-Ghana playoff for 2022 World Cup. Bye for now.